Airline manufacturing giant Boeing is facing one of the worst crises in its history since the grounding of its 737 MAX jets after crashes in Indonesia and Ethiopia. Kenyan-Canadian Paul Njoroge, who lost his family in March crash in Ethiopia, has been overwhelmed with grief and has not been able to work or return to his home. I spoke with him today and asked him about the message he passed along Wednesday during his testimony to the U.S. House Subcommittee on Aviation.
You started by saying that we all fly on these planes, and it's a question that I have asked many times. If Boeing cannot fix the issues that needs to be fixed, to whom is it well? It is not well with me for the rest of my life, but it should not be well for the public as well, because if a thorough investigative process is not completed and before these planes are ungrounded and before the fixes are done, then somebody else will lose their families. I would like to see them do a thorough fact-finding process. There were so many weaknesses in their internal oversight that led to the flaws in the design of the 737 MAX, to the installation of the dangerous software, which is MCAS, and to the certification of a plane that should not have been certified and should not have been allowed to fly.
Now, do you feel, Njoroge, after going through all this, that perhaps the reason there were not immediate investigations and that Boeing continued to fly and didn't give much of apologies on this was because the crash happened in third world countries, Ethiopia and Indonesia?
Basically, after the crash of Lion Air Flight 610, that's in October of last year, Boeing, at that time, Boeing had not even disclosed the existence of the software in those planes. It was only in November, after the Allied Pilots Association requested Boeing to provide more information, that's when the world came to know that there is a software within these planes that can cause the plane to nosedive and kill people. At that point, Boeing should have grounded the MAX in order to look at this system, in order to look at the flaws in the designed 737 MAX and fix the issues.
But you still feel that the investigations that should have taken place did not take place because it happened?
Yes. After the crash of Ethiopian Airlines Flight 302 that killed my family and my mom-in-law and 152 others, the U.S. and Boeing did not feel compelled to actually ground those planes. The planes were grounded in all countries in the rest of the world. But the U.S. took about 3 to 4 days before the grounding was done.
What do you expect to see after the testimony you gave at the U.S. Congress?
I wanted them to see the faces of the people who are feeling the pain. I wanted them to hear the voices of the people who are feeling the pain. And I wanted them to know that that crash could have happened anywhere. And it could have happened in the United States. It could be them in my position. It could be them who had lost their family members. So I wanted them to feel that, to relate with our feelings, so that they will feel compelled to do a thorough investigative process and make sure that this plane that all the issues are fixed and that the FAA is in a position to look into what Boeing is doing.
I want to ask you how you feel and what you're doing to keep you going.
It never goes away. I think about their last 6 minutes a lot. It's always something that I dread. Flying has become something that I don't like to do. Every aspect of my life today is a constant reminder that I'm not with my family. Every day is a struggle. I have never gone back to work. I don't know if I'll ever go back to work. There are days that I just weep. I just cry. And I see people with their children. I can't have mine.